This Read 180 topic is made possible by a grant from
Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Celebrating the joy of kids growing through interaction.
And by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and the annual financial support of viewers like you.
Gear up, because we're heading into places where people meet major obstacles, both personal and physical. They've overcome them, and now are inspirations to all of us. And who do you suppose your VJ is for this topic? Think inspiring. Think conquering obstacles. Well, I guess it could be any of them. But for this topic, all of you Ozzie fans are in for a treat. He's worked hard on these. Hey, Mr. Ozzie, are you there?
It's a one-man party! Oh, it's a one-man party. Listening to some cool percussion from an amazing musician who really feels her music. You'll feel it too, but not exactly like she does.
Feel the beat.
Evelyn Glennie has rocked the world of music. She's become the queen of solo percussion with 7 CDs, a Grammy Award, and has invitations to perform with orchestras all around the world. And she's profoundly deaf. Evelyn's hearing loss began when she was 8 years old, and by age 12, most of her hearing was gone. But by then, Evelyn was committed to music. She became the first deaf student to attend the very respected Royal Academy of Music in London. If you're wondering how she does it,
it's entirely through my imagination, entirely through touch, entirely through feel and what I see. It's almost using every sense you have.
and if you're wondering why her speech is unaffected, it's because she spoke for many years before losing her hearing. Through the years, Evelyn learned to recognize different sounds by where she feels their vibrations. She feels low-pitched tones in her legs and feet, and high-pitched tones on her face, neck, and chest. And when she performs, if you're lucky enough to be in the audience, you'll feel her passion for percussion right down to the tips of your toes. Okay, say you want to go to college and try to change your life for the better. But first you have to catch up on not weeks, not months, but years of homework. What kind of person would accept this challenge? Well, you're about to meet her.
Second chance.
Karen Medville is a scientist, but her road to get there was pretty rocky. It started years ago when Karen decided that if she wanted to make her life better, maybe she should start with college.
There's an entrance exam that you take, and I took the exam and found out that I tested into about a 6th grade level.
So if she wanted to graduate, she had lots of years of homework to catch up on. That was enough to send most students packing, but not Karen. She took classes for struggling students. It wasn't easy.
I felt very stupid. My grades were very poor. I was barely hanging on. I really was feeling very different from everybody else.
But not for long. Those long days and nights of studying paid off. Her skills really improved. And then Karen developed a love of science. When she got her college degree, she thought of it as a way to help herself. But she discovered a way to help others. Today, she's studying environmental pollution and working on her doctorate from Cornell. Every summer, she works with teenagers from a Mohawk community in upstate New York. Together, they examine levels of industrial pollution in the St. Lawrence River, which runs through the reservation. Karen used college to kickstart her life, and now encourages students to work at what interests them so they too can make a path for themselves and maybe in the process, make a difference. For Evelyn Glennie and Karen Medville, their roadblocks came from within themselves. But what if the roadblocks come from other people? In this video, you'll see how other people's hatred threatened to stop some kids from achieving what they deserved.
Little Rock 9.
In 1954, a Supreme Court decision made segregation in schools illegal, but some people violently resisted integration.
And we will fight this thing as long as there's breath in our body.
It took a lot of courage for 9 teenagers to become the first African-American students to enter Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. On September 25, 1957, President Eisenhower called in the 101st Airborne Division to escort the students through an angry mob and up the steps of Central High. 40 years later, one of the 9 remembers.
I can still hear the voices today, and I can see the faces. There was evil and hatred being communicated in no uncertain terms.
The crowd was jeering, and I followed in with the crowd. I've learned that that was not right, the prejudices, because of a person's skin.
Today, attitudes have changed as much as Central High's student body. Marking the 40th anniversary of the school's desegregation, President Clinton reminds us that while courts make the law, only people can make the law come alive.
40 years ago today, they climbed these steps, passed through this door, and moved our nation. And for that, we must all thank them.
Just a pencil? No way. This is one of the most powerful tools on the planet. Hey, I'm serious. I have proof.
Right direction.
A quiet bookstore on the Seattle waterfront might not seem the obvious place to find a group of high school dropouts, except that these kids are also writers. They're members of a workshop where kids write stories and poems, share them, get critiqued, and get paid for it. But even better than the money, they get to see their work published in the magazine The Boot. And even better than that, they earn high school credits for their work, and they're headed back to school. Many of these kids are dealing with hurt and anger. Here, they turn their personal pain into words.
To be able to see the words and be able to share it with other people and get it off my chest.
And they have a lot to get off their chests. EJ was a gang member whose life has done a 180.
Hate is hate, love is love. Wish I didn't go through these things above.
Through their words, they're starting to heal and find hope.
Try to do the best you can, and if you shall fall, I'll be there to help you stand.
I want the people that read my work to be able to learn stuff off of me, you know?
I remember the first day my life started over.
And now these kids can write the next chapter of their lives. And maybe even add a happy ending.
You've triumphed over this topic, and now you're ready for another one. Good work.